Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to the Indian Military History Podcast. Today is March 19, 2023, and we have with us our favorite infantry officer, Colonel S.K. Dalal, retired from the Indian Army. Also, my father, Dad, thank you for joining. How are you doing?
Thanks. I'm doing well. Everyone, good morning, good evening, and we are off to a new start. Today, we'll again discuss the current situation in Pakistan. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of stuff is going on in Pakistan. Just a brief stuff about me. I am traveling this week, so that's why there's a little bit of a different background for me, and I do not have a mic. But so much stuff is going on in Pakistan. We wanted to cover that. So, what is the latest? Last time we heard was that there was uh, some things were being planned against Imran Khan, and I've been hearing a lot of news on some attacks, some possible attacks. Some attacks have happened. So, if you could give us a summary on where we were last time and
Yeah.
what is the current scenario in Pakistan?
Yeah. Okay. Pakistan elections have been announced for Punjab state. That is the biggest state. That is about 70% of the population. And those elections are to be held on 30th April. Elections are also to be held for the KPK, that is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa also. And that I think they have announced for May 28th. And that's the state of the from the government side. But the government, the hierarchy in the government, the chief election, the election commission as such, and the establishment. When I say establishment, it is the Pakistan Army per se.
Right.
Now they are all keen to keep Imran out of the way, out of the political way. They want to remove him from the political scene of Pakistan altogether. That is their intention, and it's very clear now. Since the elections have been announced, the normal rule is that once the elections are announced, there is nothing called Section 144 to be applied, that not more than five people can get together at one place and all. So elections have to be conducted in a peaceful and fair manner. But whenever Imran has tried to hold rallies in Lahore, he was based in Lahore. He is today also based in Lahore. There they imposed Section 144, and the excuse that was given was that the cricket PSB cricket matches are going on, therefore club match. Therefore, there is a threat that the cricket matches may be disturbed. That is why they applied Section 144. But he announced another date. Again, Section 144 was applied. Then on 16th March, the police decided to concentrate on his Zaman Park residence around that area. There are his supporters have camped around his residence. There are camps established around his residence by supporters, and they stay there day and night in thousands, in hundreds. They are basically there to ensure that Imran Khan does not get arrested by the establishment, by the government, and at the behind the government, it is the hand of the establishment. That is very clear. Imran Khan, in his almost daily speeches now, almost daily conversations with the people of Pakistan, has clearly indicated that there are five people who want to eliminate him, who want to kill him. Out of these, he has named three: Zardari, Shahbaz Sharif, and Major General Nasir. He is the uh, DGC, that is the of ISI, where he's looking after the internal setup, internal uh,
Intelligence.
intelligence of internal operations, or internal intelligence they call it. But basically, he is looking after the political setups. He manages the politicians.
Okay.
So these three people he has named openly, and he has said there are two more people. Those videos he has made, and he has said that he has sent them outside the country. Whenever anything wrong happens to him, those videos will be released, and those two names also will come out in the open.
What
He
what
has
kind of
very clearly said this. Now he has, sorry, yeah.
what kind of videos are we talking about? Is it like something that proves something, or is it just a message to
It
his?
is just his statements. Basically, that's what we understand. Nobody knows what is there in the videos,
Okay.
but he has told time and again that he has sent these videos that people, if anything happens to me, these are the people who want to eliminate me, and these are the people who are responsible for it.
Okay.
He is fighting for, basically, he says, and his party says that they are fighting for Hakiki Azadi. That is the actual independence they want. After 1947, they say that independence was achieved from the British, but the company setup, they call it now the company. Company means the Pakistan Army establishment. The company continues to rule, and they want to get rid of this rule from behind the scenes, and they say very clearly that the rule must be by the people and for the people. That is what is democracy.
Right.
So the slogans which they shout are that we want azadi, we want total independence, the final this is the second phase of independence that I call it, after 1947. Yeah, this is what they are fighting for. Okay.
So what happened at his residence? I saw a couple of reports where.
He's So he had announced that they will hold a rally on Sunday, the Sunday which was gone last week. Okay, that he was forced to postpone because of the cricket matches and all. But on 18th of March, there was a court hearing of his in a court in Islamabad. That court is surrounded by the approach to that court is through narrow lanes and high-rise buildings, small, like those 2 to 3 floors buildings types. There, it is impossible to provide foolproof security to anyone who comes to uh, that court. That is the additional sessions judge of in Islamabad. He had given the notice. He had given notices earlier also, but Imran Khan had contended that he is unsafe going there. He feels unsafe going there. That is why he had not been going for those hearings. So 18th March was the final date of his hearing. They had said that if you don't come on 18th, we will declare you absconder. On 14th of March, they filed a petition in the Lahore High Court on 13th or 14th, and they got a decision on 14th. That Lahore High Court said that there are 11 cases. 11 cases were heard of his, that there will be no arrests in these cases. And he gave an undertaking that he will appear in the court on 18th March in Islamabad. He gave an undertaking. After that, there was no logic for anyone to arrest. Basically, the arrest was not that he had done some crime or something. Arrest was to produce him in the court. When he has gone to Lahore High Court, he went to Lahore High Court. He gave a declaration there. His lawyer said that he will go. So therefore, before 18th March, there was no logic for anyone to launch any operation to arrest Imran Khan. But on 16th, 15th, 16th, the Pakistan police in thousands, they assembled around his residence in Zaman Park, and they launched an attack on him on his residence, on the surrounding areas. They on the his supporters who were there, the workers who were staying there, and there thousands of shells of water cannon shells were there, smoke shells were there, which were fired on his residence also. It is not that they fired on the streets or on the roads only. They fired on his residence also. He collected a lot of them, about say 30-40 of these shells, and he shared a picture of his, that these are the shells which have been recovered from my residence.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Now, Lahore is in Punjab, right? Lahore is in Pakistan, Punjab.
Lahore is the capital of Punjab, yes.
Right. So now, wasn't Punjab, didn't Imran Khan's party win the state of Punjab election?
Yeah, Imran Khan party had won the state of Punjab elections, but that was not a very clear cut. It was very thin majority.
Yeah, but they don't have a government over there. The
rule in Pakistan is that as soon as elections are announced, a caretaker government comes into place. A caretaker chief minister takes control. The chief minister who was of any party who was ruling till that date, once the election dates are announced, that chief minister goes away, and a caretaker chief minister takes over. That caretaker chief minister who has been placed is Mohsin. He is a close associate of the present chief Asim Munir. His photos were seen with Asim Munir when he visited Makkah at the time of becoming the army chief. He's been seen in close proximity. His photos are there in the social media
So,
that he's very close to Asim Munir. Yeah,
so it is fair to assume that the police bureaucracy and all of that, they are
yeah,
working in cahoots with the current Pakistan establishment and
yeah.
against
Yeah,
the interest of Imran Khan.
the problem is that the present the establishment, along with the few, these families, political families, Zardari Bhutto family, Nawaz Sharif's family, and the the zamindar, that is the landlord nexus, plus some businessmen,
Mhm.
they are the ones who control Pakistan, and they do not want to leave that control away. They don't want to let go of that control. Imran Khan is not part of that clique. He is a separate entity altogether. And he says that the will of the people must reign and there should be rule of law for everyone. The law must be equal for everyone. This is what his contention is. So the fight is for that, number one. Number two, there have been massive corruptions by the Pakistani journals, by the establishment, by the politicians also. They are scared that Imran Khan will take up all these cases, and many of them might be facing long jail terms. They will lose whatever money they have collected over the years, as
Right.
also some of them may be hanged, because Article 6 of the Pakistan Constitution says that anyone who violates the Constitution, he is to be hanged. Okay. Parvez Musharraf was also given this death sentence, by the way, because he
Right.
had, yeah,
We discussed that last time, but the army came in and then they were like, okay, let's give him uh
chance.
Desh Nikala or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, because
So
we don't
this is the
want
status.
army
It's a
general.
catch. It's a catch-22 situation. The Pakistan Army generals,
Mhm.
now the previous chief, General Bajwa, he gave every lieutenant general and major general plots worth about 30 to 50 crores. He allotted them largesse so that they remain loyal to each other and loyal to the army establishment per se.
Right.
Now, the present chief has recently given uh, allotted plots to majors to brigadier ranks officers, in which there is a 50 lakh subsidy. So this is they are trying to, I would say,
Right.
like bribe their officer cadre
Right.
so that
Exactly.
they stay together. Yeah.
Right. Makes sense. So now the elections have been announced in end of April in the state of Punjab and mid of May in the state of KPK. Uh,
Almost end of May,
almost end of May. How
28th.
many states
Yeah.
are there in Pakistan total?
It is KPK, Balochistan, Sindh, and Punjab. 4 plus Gilgit, Baltistan, and Azad Kashmir, they call it. That is the POK.
Okay, so but so they
6.
do consider Gilgit
Six.
Baltistan and
Gilgit, Baltistan is a state now, as per
it's
them.
okay.
Yeah.
So
So there
out of
are these 6 states. Out
according
of
to
these 6 states,
uh,
yeah, there are 2 states where Imran Khan's party was in power. They decided to go in for elections in KPK and Punjab. In Gilgit Baltistan also, Imran Khan's party is in power, but that's a small state that has, even if they decide to go for elections there, it does not make any dent to the establishment's
right
efforts. Okay.
now
Now,
didn't we
sorry, can
also
I
discuss
continue?
this last? I just had a question here. Didn't we
Yeah.
also discuss this last time where that if elections are declared in these states in the coming weeks, then it's very likely that a national election will also be declared around that time. Is that also happening?
No, it's not happening presently, but Imran Khan says, okay, let's go with state elections. If they are not ready to hold national elections, those will be held in any case in October, because October, the term of the present parliament comes to an end.
Okay.
And before that, if he is able to control these 2 states with 2/3 majority, then he has the control over the political setup in the country. Now, on 16th, when they launched an attack for 2 days, they continued attacking the Zaman Park residence of Imran Khan. And finally, the Lahore High Court had to intervene and to say that no, you will not do anything to him, and in all these cases, you will not touch him. Here, the Lahore High Court had to intervene, and that is how they got away from. They were able to. The police withdrew from Zaman Park area.
It's
Now, after
interesting.
that, sorry.
Just an observation over here that it's interesting that even though the police, the bureaucracy is sort of in cahoots with the current establishment in Pakistan, the judiciary is able to act in a very independent manner. It seems like that the judiciary is quite independent and is not
The judiciary is not exactly independent, I would say. There are, lot of judges who are appointees of various political leaders. But the judiciary, in the present context, the judiciary goes by, judiciary is also influenced by by the will of the people, by what they see as the crowd is with whom. They also go by that.
where
They
the
also go
wind
by
is
that
blowing.
premise. With the wind is blowing, yes.
Right.
Now, presently, they see that the wind is blowing in Imran Khan's way, on the side of Imran Khan. Therefore, the judiciary has decided that they will go in for fair play. Because if the judiciary also sides with the establishment, the people will come on the streets and there might be more chaos, in which again the judiciary will be mauled very badly.
Right.
So the judiciary has presently, in the present context, decided to be fair to Imran Khan. Yeah. On 18th, he was to go to Islamabad for this hearing. He started comfortably, but on the way they put blocks. The Pakistan police, 10,000 police personnel were deployed only for this. They put containers on the way. They put containers around around the judicial complex. They shifted the judge decided that the threat to Imran Khan is real, and he decided to shift the hearing to the judicial complex, which is on the near the Kashmir highway, which is a safer place.
Okay.
Per se. Okay, so the judicial complex was barricaded by containers, and about 10,000 to 11,000 police personnel were deployed on the way and there. But the population decided to come out along the route. Wherever they found that Imran Khan was being, attacked by the police, the population came out of nowhere, and in thousands, people surrounded Imran Khan's car. They ensured that the car was not damaged. They ensured that the police were not able to reach to Imran Khan, and the police were not able to isolate Imran Khan. The intention was to isolate Imran Khan from his supporters, to let only his car pass through, and then arrest him within the judicial complex and take him away to Balochistan, where a case has been filed against him. And when a person goes to Balochistan, it means that the person is either going to be killed or eliminated, or he is going to be treated in the same manner as Azam Swati and Shahbaz Gill were treated. That their clothes were removed, they were photoed naked, and all sorts of ill treatments were done to them. The same kind of treatment would be meted out to Imran Khan then in that case if he is arrested, or he could be killed. That is the reason why the people decided that we are not going to allow Imran Khan to get into the hands of the police or anybody else who wants Imran Khan's head. Yeah.
So was he able to make it to the court?
He made to the court, but the police delayed him so much. The police wanted that he's not able to reach the court till that official timings, about 3 o'clock or so. After that, the judge will leave that Imran Khan has not come and declare him an absconder. But the judge also realized that a different game was on. The judge continued to sit. He said, "I'm waiting, let him come." He was not able to enter the judicial complex because of heavy police barricading, as also with the shells landing on his car on the way, and also outside the judicial complex also, cannon shells were landing on his car and around his car also, to ensure that he's isolated. But finally, the judge decided to send his clerk along with the SP and local SP there, and the lawyers from both the sides, to go take the attendance register to get it signed from Imran Khan, where he was sitting inside at the gate of the judicial complex, saying that yes, if he has reached the judicial complex gates, it means he has come to my court and I accept it at that, as
Okay,
that.
so he's not absconding per se.
That he is not absconding, and he said that till 30th March, next date of hearing, he has put as 30th March. So that is the relief he gave.
What?
But in this case, also the SP, got the signatures. During the signatures, everybody knows people are playing games here. So the lawyers made a video of that signature taking
Right.
activity. The SP on the way back lost the file. He said that I've been injured and my leg is fractured and I've lost the file. So,
What's going on, man?
so this kind of funny activities are going on. Then the lawyers had to say, we got a video of you
This is a
signing,
total
getting that register signed.
republic. This is like I'm going crazy listening to all these.
So this is what is typical banana republic. Okay.
I'm
So
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just,
finally the judge said that no, I accept that he has signed, and the SP said no, I don't know whether he has signed or not, but I've lost that file also. So that sort of a thing was going on.
let me ask you
Finally,
a very
yeah.
basic question over here. As a naive person, maybe. But if it is so difficult for Imran Khan to and his convoy to get to the judiciary complex or any of the places where he needs to sort of attend a hearing, why can't they just do it online? Wouldn't that be a very simple
Now
solution to
this
very
but this
complicated problem? Why are they
this
complicated?
judge was adamant that he should come and face him once.
Right.
He was
Okay.
adamant because he said, no, I want him to come to my court once. So now in the discussion and during the deliberations in the court, two options were decided. Either there should be a video conferencing, or else that he would be exempted from hearing for a number of cases. That
Okay.
kind of a thing was being discussed. Now during when he returned back. In the meantime, the that Imran Khan and his supporters had vacated Zaman Park by and large. Only Imran Khan's wife was staying there. The police launched an operation on Zaman Park, Lahore residence of Imran Khan in his absence, and they planted, so to say, there are videos showing the policemen carrying bags full of various materials inside to his house, and coming out with about 16, 17 Kalashnikovs, rifles, and some bottles. Those bottles were proved later on to be those Zruovza bottles.
Ah,
That kind of a stuff was going on. So they raided his residence. They broke his gates, and they broke a wall also of his. That is what the police is up to. They wanted to frame him and to declare that Imran Khan is a terrorist. His party is a terrorist, and therefore his party and Imran Khan must be banned from all political activities.
okay. So
That
the
was the
intent of everything that they're trying to do is to ensure that he is not
yeah.
able to fight or participate in
Yes.
the next elections because they
Yes.
are worried that there's going to be a landslide. But what I am seeing as a neutral observer over here is that all of the stuff that they're doing shows, first of all, is making Imran Khan into a martyr. It's like even if a person is on the edge or is neutral, would end up having a soft corner for him, right? And would sort of end up being like, okay, I will also go ahead and support this person. And on the other side, this whole idea about the establishment in Pakistan being all powerful and all knowing and everything. So that whole bubble is getting burst because the way they're conducting these operations shows how bad at this job they are. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. And they had Pakistan, the police, Islamabad police and Lahore police were both backed by the paramilitary forces, the FC
Mm,
Frontier Corps and the Rangers. Both
mhm.
they are paramilitary forces directly under the control of the army. And therefore, General Asim Munir's hand was directly into it, into all these activities. Now, one. Secondly, if I look at from Asim Munir's side, now people are even Imran Khan also in his talk after the this episode when he returned back to Zaman Park, Lahore residence, he has said very clearly that the London plan is being executed, and he has requested the establishment to not to execute the London plan. London plan is that Nawaz Sharif wants Imran Khan out of the way by any means. That is the London plan.
It's called the London plan because Nawaz Sharif is based out of London.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I look at it from Asim Munir's side, now in the army there is something called maintenance of aim. Asim Munir is persistent on maintaining the aim in the case of removing Imran Khan from the political scene. But also there is something called reinforcing failure. It is stupidity to reinforce a failure time and again. He is reinforcing his failures by launching attacks and attacks on Imran Khan and failing every time. Therefore, going down in the esteem, the army going down in the esteem of the people, therefore losing popularity. The army itself is now being hated. In one of the social media, these what do you call this? People ask them questions and they ask for people to comment to say who is hated most,
Oh,
who is hated less.
like polls, like public
Polls,
polls.
yeah, polls. About 80, some 75, 70 to 80,000 people participated in that poll, and 82% of them said that the most hated organization in Pakistan is Pakistan Army. This
Yeah,
is the
but
status which has got.
a lot of these polls can be really
Yeah,
biased.
that is there. But the fact is that it is happening. It was not happening earlier.
It was not,
Now
and the fact that people are actually saying these things out in the open,
people
that
have now
people are feeling bold.
openly started saying that Pakistan Army is now in our hatred line.
Hmm.
It was never so earlier. It's a very sad state for Pakistan Army. Yeah.
Now, within the Pakistan Army, also, I think there is some component of Pakistan Army that has a soft heart or a soft corner for PTI, and because they are on the inside Imran Khan supporters as well. Or there must be some component of the Pakistan Army where they think that, okay, all these actions that these generals are taking is harming this institution. What percentage of people do you think are those kind of people, and do they have the power to come out and is there a chance that the Pakistani army also gets fractured from within as a result of all this?
The Pakistan Army is actually fractured as a result of this. But to expect something dramatic to happen, I don't expect it, because the laws in Pakistan Army are such that anyone who is even at, who even is suspected to be going against the talking about Imran Khan, he is picked up. In hundreds, people have been picked up in the last 1 year. Army officers, I'm talking,
Wow.
and they've been removed. They are not. Some of them are not even visible now. So their scene is quite different from the Indian laws. Okay,
Okay.
they have their total in control. The chief is totally in control of the system. I would say, yeah.
All right.
So that is not expected. I would say that 70% of the Pakistan Army is with Imran Khan from inside, but I don't expect them to do
And
anything much.
you would think that most of the people who are in favor of him are like the lower ranking officers,
Lower ranking officers, yes.
like the general.
Brigadiers and below, and most of about 90% of the men, I would say, soldiers.
Yeah, because those are the people who have not been quote unquote bribed with all those expensive plots and lands and all of those things. Is that why?
No, that is one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is that they are also part of the same population. They are
Right.
also part of the same people. Their own relatives are part of PTI's flock
Right.
workers. Okay.
Okay. So a lot of stuff going on. What
Yeah.
do we expect to see? What are the things that we should be looking out for in the upcoming weeks? And what are your predictions around
My
those?
my assessment is the situation is that the Pakistan Army is not going to directly get involved into any activity to come in direct confrontation with the people. If they come in direct confrontation with Imran Khan, it means they come in direct confrontation with the population.
Right.
Pakistan Army is not expected to do this. They will play around with the police. They will continue to play around with the police, but I feel that the officer cadre within the Pakistan Army will put adequate pressure on Asim Munir to back off to a certain extent, and to let elections take place. And it is now a foregone conclusion that Imran Khan is not beatable now in these elections, as also in the national elections. So it may be that Pakistan Army may decide, okay, let us back off. That is one way of looking at it. I feel that sensible thing would be that. As far as interests of outside powers is concerned, when you look at America, Americans, they want to control the American establishment, I would say, wants to control the entire world. And Pakistan is also part of that. They want to control South Asia per se.
Right.
And they would like that Pakistan to be in good terms with India, because their threat is from China. And China also is a threat for India. Yeah.
Well, from this specific scenario, the U.S. establishment would not be in favor of Imran Khan winning or coming to power, because he's been vocally advocating for an autonomous foreign policy of their country and not being a part of any bloc, just like what India has been doing. So I would say that the US establishment would see him as a person that they cannot control, compared to the current establishment in Pakistan, the generals who are easily controllable with US aid or weapons or whatever that the American establishment provides.
This is the a simplistic way to put it. I would put it differently.
Okay.
The Pakistan Army and the economy is closely connected to America, to USA. Pakistan cannot do without USA. So therefore, to expect Imran Khan to become anti-USA, it is not practical. He's not going to be anti-USA. Everybody knows it. Yes, he may not allow Pakistan, the land in Pakistan to be used against any, say, force, any terrorist forces or otherwise in Afghanistan or in the region. That is a different matter. But that is only one part of the story. The other part is that he would like to have good relations and good positive relations with America. So
Yeah,
to look at it that he's anti-America is wrong.
No. I wasn't just really saying he would be, if he comes to power, he'll be anti-America. He'll be having an autonomous foreign policy, which would say that, okay, I'll be having good relations with the US bloc and with the Chinese bloc and with the Russian bloc. Whoever gives us the best deal, we will go ahead with that.
Yeah.
That includes not letting their land being used for any foreign bases, any military bases. So that in itself is a major step forward for Pakistan, because no government, no general have had the courage to say to the US that their land will not be used for any basis. So that in itself, it doesn't make him anti-US, but it at least makes them neutral, in my opinion.
Yeah, it makes them neutral. It makes them an independent entity by themselves.
Right. Which I think it's a very positive move for any
And if you
country.
look at it in the region now, Iran and Saudi Arabia have established relations with each other with the efforts of the Chinese.
Right.
One expects that there are going to be major strategic changes in the region, in Middle East and in South Asia as well. You may expect things to change more and more as time comes. And the American,
No, I was just saying we should have a separate discussion around all of the changes that are happening, because I think the Chinese government, they've already brokered a deal between Iran and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
They are trying to broker a ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia, because China is the only country that has leverage over both the countries. We should have a separate conversation around like the details of that. What does the Middle East look like with the presence of China compared to just one superpower over there? Will it be a Cold War, and how would that look like? We should have a conversation around that as well.
Yeah, next conversation we'll discuss this part.
Especially
Iran, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that would be interesting, because a lot of that will have some consequences into Southeast Asia as well, but all across the rest of the world also, there's very big consequences on that. Any other points on the current scenario in Pakistan?
No, it's going to be volatile for some more days to come, at least till the end of March. I think in April you may see things getting better for Imran Khan. That's the way I look at it.
And based on these conversations, it seems like things if they look better for Imran Khan, overall for Pakistan, they will look better for Pakistan as well. For a more sustainable country, it would seem like that. Would that be fair?
Yeah, it would. He would have a lot of difficulties to surmount in
Right.
the economy, in the corruption in the systems, or decade systems and all that. But I think it will take some time, about a year or two, for him
Mm.
to surmount all those problems, and thereafter, I think he should be able to, you know, do it. The results would be visible. It will take
Okay.
1 or 2 years. Yeah.
Cool. So right. So we'll keep a close eye on in the coming few weeks into what's happening in Pakistan. If the establishment comes in and creates more roadblocks for Imran Khan to be able to participate in the upcoming elections, and we will be closely watching any of the opinion polls that come in, and then when the elections actually happen, we'll be doing some discussions around that also. So
Yeah.
more to come on that. I guess that's it for this short podcast
Yeah.
report on the current scenario of Pakistan. Do like, subscribe, share to help support this channel. And a very special thanks to my dad to come in and do all these segments to help support this channel and all provide us all of this very rich information, especially on the Pakistan side. So thank you for that, Dad.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone. It was lovely. Yeah. Thanks.
All right, all right. We'll see you soon. I will stop recording now. Thank you.
Thank you.